All right, everybody. So I'm at my grandma's, and she got a tree removed about a year and a half ago, and she also got the roots dug up and mulched, but the people left a big hole, and I've always had to cut around it and just weed eat the hole. So I've got a little bit of extra mulch left from that job that I did. So I want to fill that hole with the mulch and see how well that holds it up, because I've never tried that. So I'm about to fill that up and we'll see how it holds up over time. So, all right, so the hole's right here. I don't know if you can see it that well, but it's probably about 8 inches deep. Probably about 3.5 feet wide. It's probably about a perfect circle. But yeah, I'm just gonna fill this in, just see what it does.
Many hours later.
Alright, so back to it. Got rained out yesterday, and it's currently sprinkling right now. It's about to start raining again. So I've got 5 yards on the schedule for today. I'm kind of skeptical on getting all 5 done, but we'll try our best. If it ends up being 4, then it ends up being 4. It is what it is. But ultimately, I'd like it to be 5. But I don't control the weather, so if it rains too much, I'm gonna call it, because you remember what happened last time. So I'll just keep you posted. So, but whatever we don't get done, we'll just push back in later into the week. So we've got plenty of days. Just hope it lets up on rain sometime soon. So, all right, but for right now, I'm headed to the dump. I've got some things to throw away, and then once I'm done with that, I'm just gonna wait for the rain to die off, or at least to where it's, I don't know, we might even have to cancel the day again. We'll just see how the day goes, because if this rain does a lot, like if it drops a lot, it might saturate the yards too much to where I can't mow. So if that happens, it happens. So we'll just see how the day goes. Alright, so here's just a little update. Yeah, it's raining pretty good, so more than likely you're gonna have to text my customers and then see if they can just push it into tomorrow and see how this goes, because I'm telling you, there's no way I'm cutting in this, because the grass is already way too clumped up. Like, it was wet as all get out to begin with this morning whenever I was out walking around, because I walked my yard to see if it was able to be cut, and I was pretty skeptical because it soaked my shoes pretty good. So it was already kind of pushing the scales today. But now with this added rain and the amount of it, I'm not thinking that this is going to be good for the day. But we'll just see. If this doesn't let up in the next 15 minutes, then yeah, I'll have to just postpone till tomorrow. So, but I can still make it to the dump. Luckily, the dump doesn't close in the rain. So, but if that ends up how the day goes, then it is what it is. You know, ain't nothing we can do about it. But we'll just make the most of it. So, anyways, I'll get back to y'all in a little bit. Okay, well, it picked up a little bit. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to reschedule for tomorrow. So, goodness gracious, a lot of rain. But anyway, y'all can hear me over the rain. But yeah, So I'm gonna park somewhere, wait for this to die down, and then go to the dump, because I'm gonna get soaked if I get out in this. I can already tell you that much. So, gonna find a little parking spot. There's a little parking lot not far from the dump, so I'm just gonna sit there for a little bit, let this die down, because this is a lot of rain. I'm just chilling in this parking lot for right now, so I'll get back with y'all in a little bit. All right, so I changed my mind and decided that this is not gonna be the end of the video. Since I'm down for work, I'm gonna go ahead and do some preventative maintenance today. So I'm gonna go ahead and, all right. I'm just gonna go ahead and scrape the deck and change my blades today, because I need some new ones. So I'm also gonna run to Lowe's and get some more blades for the push mower, because it needs it. So might as well go ahead and get 2, because it needs a new set and a spare set. So other than that, should be a good day. So let's see what we can get into. All right, so here's a little nerd fact. Blades are freshly sharpened. You can see by the grind on them, but they haven't been properly deburred. So on the back side of this grind, there's a little lip, and it's called a burr. And if you don't deburr these, as the grass starts to build up on that little edge, and it just starts to multiply right there on the cutting edge instead of getting stuck on the inside of the mower. So it just starts to build up faster, and it's preventable if you just go ahead and deburr the blade. Now, I'm not saying it's gonna prevent your buildup, but it'll help. So just making sure that your cutting edge is actually completely deburred, so it'll slice through the grass better. So just one little thing that I want to throw out there. So I'm gonna deburr the rest of these, and then we'll head over to my grandpa's and change them out. And we're also gonna scrape the bottom of the deck. So hopefully it shouldn't take too long, so let's see how it goes. You can see there's this first angle, and then there's a little lip at the end. So that's that burr that I was telling you about. So that's what the grass will get stuck to. Or, I mean, I'm not 100% sure it'll get stuck to it, but like if your fingernail will catch to it, then a blade of grass will catch to it. So that's just the way I see it. I don't know if you can really see it on the back side. Nah. You can see it a lot better on the front. But yeah, so I'm just knocking these off. I've gotten those first 2 completed, so let's get back to it. All right, so let's see if this will focus. So, I don't know if you can get that. I don't know why this camera won't work. I have the worst luck when it comes to cameras and technology, I tell you what. Alright, so now, I don't know if you can see this, but the edge is fully cleaned up. So, that's what you want to see. That's what you want, is a good, clean edge. So it's not gonna snag and catch the grass whenever it's whipping through there. So also be sure to scrape off your lifters, because they'll have grass on them too, and scrape the underside as well. So all right, well, I'm gonna finish this side right here, but I'm not gonna record it because I've recorded enough. So I'm gonna finish that other side, and then we'll head over. Okay. You know, one of these days I'll figure this stuff out. But I'm gonna finish this side, and then we'll head to my grandpa's to clean the bottom of the deck and then change out the blades. So shouldn't take too long. So I'll get back with y'all when I get over there. All right, so quick change of plans. So I decided to go ahead and scrape the push mower since I'm here. Got it set up. I went ahead and took the blade off. You don't have to do that to scrape it. I just took it off, it's right there. But I'm replacing the blade, so that's why I'm gonna go ahead and just take it off anyways. So I'm gonna set up a time lapse real quick and then we'll get to scraping. Now to go get those set of blades. So I'll get back with y'all when we get back home. Here is the new set of blades compared to the old. So I'll clean those up eventually, and they're still plenty good. Like, the edges are fine. I probably could just hand file them down or hand file them smooth, and then they'd still be good to go. Because like, it's actually camera could focus. It's not a bad edge. It's just got a heavy burr on it. So one day I'll get a good camera, but today is not that day. So anyways, I'm gonna throw these on here real quick and then we'll head over to my pops's to scrape the bottom of the zero turn. So see you soon. So, new blades on. Let's move this stuff out of the way. Alright, so, new blades on. Alright, I'm gonna go run it over there real quick and see how it cuts. So I got in a rush and forgot to film an outro for this video. So, to sum things up, one positive, the push mower does not have the death wobbles with the new blades, so that's a good thing, and it cuts just fine. But I did hit a piece of metal today, so I need to inspect them tomorrow morning and see if they're damaged or not, but we'll just see. And hopefully I actually inspect them, because I've been saying a lot of things but not actually doing them, so not good. But hopefully we'll remember to check that in the morning. But the zero turn deck, I got it scraped. The reason I didn't record it is because I was at my grandpa's and he wouldn't have wanted it to be recorded, so he would have found it weird. Which, I mean, it is a little bit weird thinking about it, but I find it interesting. So next time I'll try to get it set up to where I can record it and get all the scraping. But man, I'll tell you, it was stinky. So I know it was because I had a lot of dog poop on there and a lot of dog poop underneath. So, but trying to do my part of picking it up before I mow a customer's yard, but I can't get every piece. So sometimes I suck one up and it just gets splattered all in there, and then the grass sticks to it. So that's how it happens. That's how you get the clumps. And sometimes wet grass will do it on its own. It'll just clump on itself and get stuck there. But majority of the time it's poop, like from what I've seen. But it's TMI, sorry, it is what it is. But since that took like 2.5 hours and I don't really have 2.5 hours to spare, I'm just gonna start checking it every single week, and I may have to even start scraping it daily. I hope I don't have to, because that's a lot of work, but if I have to, then I'll just do it. Because the way I see it is, the cleaner that deck is, it's kind of like a drive-through, like, and the grass is customers. You know, the more grass I can file through and in and out, like, it comes in through the front of the blades and then shoots out through the side. So I mean, it's kind of like a drive-through, great. The blade of grass drives through the deck of the mower and goes out the side. So the more clear I can keep that pathway, the more grass I can shoot out, and the faster I can keep everyone's yard cut. So it's the little things that add up to the big things. So yeah, it's gonna suck, but it's one thing that I need to make sure I check. So either I'm gonna try my best to check it daily. I checked it today, so that's one good sign. I'm at least checking it, because that was a lot of work. I'm not kidding. A lot more scraping than it ever has been. So, but I've put about 20 days of mowing in between the last scraping, so definitely gonna have to shorten it to at least like maybe 7. So possibly even less, but we'll see. I'll keep y'all posted, but as for this video, that's gonna wrap it up. So yeah, well, there's nothing else to say, so y'all have a good one.